You just have those days where you feel like your clothes don't fit.
Yeah.
Like I'm having that day. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's SEO and IPAs. It is the fun weekly hangout about inbound marketing, entrepreneurship, and more for cool people of all shapes, stripes, and colors. As always, I am Daniel Barrett here from Two Friendly Nerds. That's TWOFriendlyNerds.com and now AdWordsNerds.com, I should say.
Hey,
Yeah, very nice.
there you go.
Although I don't think there's a box on the front page I haven't finished coding yet. But anyway, welcome. And as always, I'm screwing this all up because I'm like tired. My baby woke up at like 5 in the morning. I'm all screwed up. I don't know what's going on.
Dan, what's more with feeling, buddy? What's more?
But as always, with me here is the brains behind the operation. Officially, the only reason anybody ever watches the show. So it doesn't matter if I'm tired or not because she's here. She is the head quarterback in the new SEO competition, the Super Bowl. No? You should see the other ones. That was the winner. It's Patti D'Alessio from ReinventInteractive.com. Patti! Give it up for Patti! Woo! Yeah! Patti! Oh, she got a call and shit.
Oh my gosh. I got not one but two ringing at me. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay.
Oh no, what are you doing?
No, I couldn't draw on you.
Oh, you can draw.
I was gonna, yeah. I'm doing okay. I have these days where I don't sleep well, and then it's very hard for me to get on track all day. I just feel kind of like the sort of twitchy, and I find it hard to. I would say like one of the big challenges of working for yourself is, you kind of like I set myself a goal. I'm like, I'm going to research this thing, and then it's like, okay, how do I do that? And you have to like think about it, like how am I going to do this? And you have to.
Right.
It's kind of like the first step is sort of oftentimes hard to figure out, and when I'm not on the ball, when I'm tired or I'm hungry or whatever, I find that stuff just agonizing. Like just like staring off into space, like what was I doing? Like what do I have to do? Why do I have all these tabs open?
Yeah.
And it's cool.
You know what? Today we're talking about all these like productivity hacks, right? We're gonna dive into these two lists and articles that we chose. But it's funny that you say that because I saw something last week that was the number one. What was it? The number one thing that determines your productivity for the day isn't like hindered by how much drinking you did the night before or like all this other, stuff that you would think would impact it. It's all about the number of hours of sleep.
Yep.
It was all the numbers of sleep. In fact, one of the articles that I read today, looking at productivity, one of them is recommending like a 20 to 30 minute nap in the middle of the day. Like cut your day in half, insert a siesta, and then you're that much more productive.
I would love to do that, but I feel like I can't nap.
Let's all nap like babies.
Yeah, I feel like I'm bad at napping though. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well,
although I did lately, I've just been tired in general, and whatever, our kid's going through a sleep regression, as it seems like he always is. So he's not sleeping particularly well. So it's like the other day, I was like, I came down. We put the kid down for a nap. It was like the weekend. My wife is home. She's working on the computer, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in like forever. And she's like, cool. Yeah, do it. I'm like, awesome. And so I sat down on the couch to put my socks on, and I fell asleep. I slept for like an hour. And I'm like, what is happening? She took a photo of me and like captioned it, and it was like going to the gym. And I'm like, like in my gym clothes or whatever, which are exactly the same as my non-gym clothes, just mesh shorts and a t-shirt.
All right.
It was, and I feel like I'm running a sleep debt because of the baby. Yeah. And I don't have to get up and nurse the baby, obviously, but I do wake up. So it like kind of wakes you up, so it sort of interrupts your whole thing. And I really think it's like sleep and Sleeping, the other big kind of productivity thing I really want to do is I want to try like standing desk, walking desk kind of stuff.
Yes. Do you know if IKEA has worked out their standing desk? They have this amazing, cool standing desk that I saw like well back before the holidays. And then apparently they actually stopped production because there was some kind of issue with it. But it was like cost effective and cool. And it kind of like you pressed a button, it just went up. And yeah, it was really awesome. It didn't have the treadmill thing. That's a separate idea. But I'm like, I want that desk.
I don't think I really want to do the treadmill thing. But it's funny because on days when I'm bad at focusing, ironically enough, I'm great on calls. Like when I do client calls, and I like doing client calls. I'm good at that. I'm good at being on the phone with people. I'm good at establishing rapport with people. And so when I do that, I put on my whoops.
Oh, and walk around.
Yeah, I got my Bobby Brown headset here.
Oh, it really is.
It's my prerogative. and I paint this room like crazy.
Yeah, I pace on the
draw on the whiteboard even though no one can see what I'm doing. Yeah. And I get so much more animated, so much more focused.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I always just thought it was like talking to people, which I'm sure is part of it. But I'm like, maybe it's also just like walking around. So when I move to the new office, maybe I'll try to have a standing desk kind of area or something.
I think it would help. I mean, I have a pretty kick-ass chair. See my cool chair? That makes sitting not so bad. It's
Is that a Herman Miller Aeron chair?
It actually is.
What? I'm so jealous of you.
Oh, you didn't know this? Yeah. Yeah, many years ago, the company I worked for had like a whole bunch of these, and we moved and whatever, and we had the opportunity to buy them. So I bought one of the chairs, and
I want one of those chairs so bad.
It's an amazing chair. So
anyway, this completely shitty chair I bought at Staples like 9 years ago, and it's like falling apart, and it's all like lumpy and horrible.
Yeah. I know it's bad, but anyway, sleep is an issue. My sleep as of late has been just a disaster. I think I used to be able to sleep. I don't know what's going on. I'm up. I'm a mess.
Are you up like, there's a couple of different ways you can be up.
Yeah.
You can be up like, I'm reading, it's late.
Yeah. No.
Or you could be like, the lights are off, I'm laying in bed, wide awake, staring at the ceiling, being like, I'm going to die.
No.
My body is slowly decaying around me, a prison of flesh and sorrow, like my regrets.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. No, I wake, I get up really early anyway, usually, but now sometimes I'll wake up a few hours before the early. So early is 5. Now I've been waking up at 3, 2:30.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I have no clock in my room. So I check my phone, and then I'm like, oh, well, since I have my phone open and I'm wide awake, let's, surf nonsense. So
that's the end. If you check your phone, you're dead.
I know it's bad, but I don't even have a clock. Okay. Ready? I got my beer.
Okay. I spilled coffee all over the place, so I'm cleaning it up.
Great. Okay, so here I'm going to do the reveal. This beer, I'm pretty sure I've had on this show, but I've forgotten. So I'll taste it as if it's new. How's that?
Okay.
So it's by these guys. See?
Victory.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's
Old Horizontal.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
Sounds funny though. I like it. It's a barley wine.
Give her the old horizontal, if you know what I mean.
I think it's fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it looks like this. It's a barley wine. I'm pretty sure I've done
like a really sweet one.
Yeah. I'm feeling deja vu-y. I think you and I have had this conversation. But anyway, here's to the old horizontal. Let's hope it doesn't knock me over. Although I could use a nap anyway.
Here's to the old horizontal.
So it's 11%. It's 11% alcohol. It's Victory Brewing, which is one of, a local for me. Oh, and by the way, it is Philly Beer Week this week. And there's so much amazing beer stuff going on in the city that I'm missing 100% of. So
I like Philly. Philly's a cool city.
Philly's a cool city. Feel for me because everybody who's anybody's in town this week, and it's my kids' last week of school, and I've got issues on top of my issues. So I'm missing all of it, but actually that's not true. I might get into the city on Saturday. We'll see. But anyway, here's to the barley wine. I can smell it's going to be sweet. Yeah, it's good.
Is it high alcohol?
Yeah, it's 11%.
I think is it called the Old Horizontal because it'll put you right to sleep?
I think so.
Because it's got like Mac Tonight. Remember Mac Tonight from McDonald's?
Yeah, Mac Tonight, right. Yeah, I like it. This is a sipping beer. This is a full alcohol, full flavor, full sugar, full barley wine. It's a beautiful one. It really is. Yeah, but again, I think I'm going non-seasonal here, so it might be a nice winter by the fireplace kind of.
I still got to do the Summer Love, my favorite.
Yes.
My wife's favorite beer. My wife never drinks beer. She's drank like 3 beers since I got those beers.
Is that Victory? It is, right?
Yep, Victory Summer Love is my favorite seasonal. It's great.
Yeah, it's good. So anyway, what do you have? Cheers.
Yes, so I have one of my favorite brewing company names, the Left Hand Brewing Company.
Yes.
Right? Most commonly associated with Satan.
Okay.
Giant red handprint.
The red hands, the bloody hands.
Satanic.
Yeah.
I think it's Sam Hain. Sam Hain has that song, Lords of the Left Hand. You ever hear that song?
No.
Are you familiar with Sam Hain?
I don't think so.
It was Danzig's band before he was in Danzig.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Great. Super awesome band. Anyway, Lords of the Left Hand, that's a great song.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is the Left Hand Brewing Company. Fade to Black.
Ooh.
Okay, Fade to Black is what does it say? The time of year when the light fades away, brewed for the darkness, fade to black speaks in volumes. Now, everything about this is something I like, except the kind of bro tribal tattoo art. Not super into that.
No.
But I like they kind of use the metal font. It's got a very kind of heavy metal thing. It is a stout. There you go.
I love it. And?
Oh, it's excellent. So it's
good.
quite good. Kind of a licorice-y note to it, and not as maybe smoky as some other stouts I've had recently. This is something I've had for a while, about a 6-pack of it a while ago, and just haven't had a chance to do it on the show. I really enjoyed it. I got it at the same time. I got a bunch of dark beers, like all at the same time. And I have to say, this wasn't my favorite. Because I'm not super into licorice.
But what's the style, Dan? Is it it's not a black IPA, is it?
No, it's a stout.
Oh, okay.
It's a stout. So, it's good. It's got I don't know how much alcohol it is, but rated a 91 on Beer Advocate.
Nice. Yeah,
it's good. It's I think it's one of those beers where I'm like, I'm sure if I was better at tasting beer, I might like this more.
Yeah.
So it's good, and I drank it all and enjoyed it. But I kind of got tired of dark beers. I drank so many dark beers in a row. I got like the black IPA, the black log. Everything's like black and stouts and everything. So I'm kind of like, I'm done with that. I'm kind of on to I got a bunch of beers, a couple beers that you recommended.
Good.
In the house now that I'll bring in over the next couple weeks. Yeah. So
what is it? What is it?
Oh, it'll be a surprise.
Oh, okay, cool.
No?
All right, good. Good.
So,
okay. Are you ready to get productive?
Yeah, I'm ready to get productive. I need to be productive. If I don't produce, my family will starve.
Yeah, there you go.
It's fairly important to me that we produce. So this week, Patty, you recommended some articles about productivity. I'll show a couple of those on the old screen here, and we can talk about these. Now, of course, if you guys are watching this and you are watching it live, you can catch the site links or the article links on Google+. And if you're watching this after the fact, you can check it out at twofriendlynerds.com/hangout, or go on YouTube, find this video, and it'll be in the show notes there.
Okay.
So this was on Steam feed. We got sirens. Sirens are going to go away from me. I won't have sirens anymore because I'll be in the building.
Good.
Yeah, but 5 productivity hacks to rev up your marketing. So, Patty, this was your article. So, why don't you kind of walk me through it a little bit?
Absolutely. Yes. We have 2 articles today. Let's just toss that out there. Now, article number 2 is the 6 top productivity trends for business owners, and there's a little bit of crossover. So we'll touch on which ones they're kind of both talking about here. So yeah, I think this time of year, what is it? Beginning of June, we're leading into summer. I think it's a great time to revisit what we're doing to address our productivity needs and the issues we're having. So the first one is about revving up your marketing specifically. And I don't know, I liked these. There's a lot of chatter out there about, kind of what to do about this, and a lot of ways to get distracted, ironically enough, when looking for ways to improve productivity, right? Mm-hmm. There's all these different tools and phone apps and all kinds of stuff. So really, my general rule of thumb that I kind of recommend generally is the tool is only good if you're going to actually use it, right? So you can have a phone full of productivity apps. If none of them really kind of work for you, then it's really just a waste of money.
Right.
So keeping it simple, trying to bake it into the tools that you already use or already are comfortable with is a good way. And we're going to touch on that, as far as like email, because there's a lot of interesting things to do with that. But all right, so let's go down this list. So we've got 11 items to touch on. We'll start with, you want to start with that article? Let me bring that up. Okay. So these are the trends. This is kind of where it's going. So the first trend here is about noise, right? Reducing noise, like actual literal noise in the room.
Actual literal noise. Not the metaphorical noise.
And then they talk about the metaphorical noise. They talk about social media as being noise, but this, this one kind of says both. So they recommend music without lyrics to kind of help you to, maintain your focus and productivity. And the, watch out for things like social media, Facebook and Instagram, you check it and then 30 minutes have gone and, you'll never see that again.
Yeah. I took a hint from Tim Ferriss. It was one of those Periscope talks.
Oh, we love his Periscope talks.
Well, I've only seen the one. I can't really say I love them. I only saw that one. But so in any case, because I'm trying to disconnect from my phone more. For me, it's more about the phone. And ironically enough, when I'm at work, I'll be on my computer and I'll like pick up my phone and I'll go on like Facebook or whatever. And so it's a stupid little thing, but it does make a difference. I moved all the social apps to a folder on the very last screen.
Yep.
All the way. And because so much of the time, even now, I'll like pick up my phone and I'll look at it.
Yeah.
See it there and I'm like, oh, they're not there, and I'll like put it back down.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird, like just this like weird Pavlovian.
Yeah.
So for me, that's been helpful. So it's like I'm gonna kind of remove them from my desktop toolbar. Because it's like you just put a little bit of a barrier there, and that sort of monkey mind thing where it's just like whatever, it just kind of looks for something shiny, kind of gets a little frustrated, and you kind of go back to what you're doing.
It's funny, I've done the same thing. I'm trying to take a break from Facebook during the day, like really just get off and kind of not check it. And I did sort of something similar. I have, a social folder already on my phone, and I moved it to page 2 within that folder. So it kind of reminds me when I bring it up, I'm like, oh, it's not as easy to kind of click. So, so I agree. Let's see here. The next one after noise is motivators. So I thought this was interesting. Are you familiar with the whole Eat the Frog, that book and that idea of like prioritizing?
I have not read that book. I know of that book. I haven't read it or anything.
Yeah, but it's a well-known, well-understood kind of practictivity prioritization kind of idea, right? And But anyway, they kind of, this is more about motivators. But one of the ideas that you could do is to motivate yourself, right? Because if we're solopreneurs, it's, it's not like we're looking to motivate, team members, or at least I'm not. But one thing to do is structure your day such that you've prioritized your tasks. You've put maybe the most important or the most complex or the most, challenging ones up front. Do those earlier in the day, if that's the time of day that you do your best work. I just read another article recently that was about managing to your own sort of energy versus, a schedule. So figure out where your energy is most high. This isn't like touchy-feely stuff, but your actual, highest productivity time, and kind of plan your events and your day around those times of the day. I don't know about you. I hit a lull in the afternoon. That's kind of a less productive time for me.
I'm dead, and then it kind of picks up towards the end of the day. I'm always best in the first thing when I get in, and then really weak in the middle of the day, and then sort of pick it up as the day goes on.
Yeah, I agree. So one of the things that you could do is set yourself up, your own motivating factors. So if I complete these tasks, if I have a super rock star motivating day, I'm going to do this for myself later, whether that's, I don't know, a special beer, a mani-pedi, like whatever it is. So if you can kind of, trick yourself into setting up these motivators, if you need that for yourself, if you need those personal motivators, it's kind of, it could work for you, right?
Yeah.
Next one, calendar as a to-do list. So this is, you don't just make a to-do list, but instead of that, you take the time to actually schedule those to-dos into your day as calendar events with maybe reminders or, something like that. And that's a great idea. We'll see that on the second list as well, right?
Calendar as a to-do list? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea. I do silly things like I'll block off times of my day to focus on particular tasks. And I've been meaning to do more of a structure my week specifically around the group tasks of work that I have to do,
Yeah.
Some stuff that I do for all my clients, I'd like to group all within the same day or half a day and go from one to the other.
I haven't had a lot of success with that, though. I don't know why. I don't think I've tried super hard, but.
What is it? It doesn't work for you?
I just haven't managed to keep to it.
Yeah.
But part of what I was going to say is the calendar is, so I'm a big fan of blocking things off in the calendar so that I do them because I just kind of follow my calendar all day.
Yeah.
One of the things that works really well for me is I use a scheduling link. We've talked about that before. I used to use Schedule once. Now I use Calendly. They're basically the same idea. Time Trick, the other one.
How do you spell that?
Calendly.
Oh, Calendly. Okay.
Calendly.com. But so, and I switched because it's a little cheaper and I like the design. But anyway, it's, so when people want to talk with me and say, great, here's my link, and I email it to them. I'm just pick a time, and it's very, very easy.
Yeah.
And I can use it to trigger certain kind of automated things or whatever. But, outside of, in Calendly, I say, like, I only schedule calls, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 to 4 or whatever. Like, those are the only available times. But it also means, like, if on Tuesday I say, like, you know what, I really need to get this report done, and I block out an hour on my calendar, it means it's automatically not available for calls.
Right.
Like,
good.
I know no one's going to schedule a call or a meeting with me during that time. So it's really become kind of like this universal place where all my kind of information goes. And I find it really convenient that way.
Good. I like it.
So pretty cool. All right. So that's calendar as a to-do list. I think that works pretty well.
Yep, absolutely. Next one on this list is take charge of your inbox. So that's, they mention unroll.me, which is something I've used before, kind of get rid of the pesky emails. I have to be honest, at one point, not too long ago, I took control of my inbox. I got rid of all my unopened emails. I got it down to 0.
Yeah.
I didn't actually parse them all. I didn't do the work. I did a lot of it, but I didn't actually do it. But I had like thousands of unread emails.
Yeah.
Like 6,000. I have to say, embarrassingly enough, I'm back up to 657 unread emails in my inbox. So I'm failing at that a bit. I think I need to, unsubscribe and, work through my weeds, but that's one. Minimize outside distractions is the next one on the list.
Yeah.
So, as it relates to, similar to noise, this is about giving distractions dedicated time. So again, so you've got, stuff that you have to handle that's either, not part of work or part of work, you just kind of maybe put it on the calendar. The last one I thought was interesting, which is work faster. Working faster will certainly make you more productive. I'm not sure you can do it
kind of dumb.
Just by saying to do it.
It's like, one way you can be more productive is do more within the same amount of time.
There you go.
Productivity hack.
So
it's one of my tips for being happy.
Right.
Try not to be so sad all the time.
That's right. That's right. Listen, I don't know. Yeah, okay.
So this guy's trying to complete this list for this article, and he's like, God damn, I need one more.
I need number 7 No, but he does say, so one of the examples is actually a good one. If you use Excel a lot for business, take a class and learn the shortcuts. They can make the job easier. All right.
Clear up your hard drive.
Well, maybe not. Yeah. If your computer's slow. Okay. So maybe that's stupid. So, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Next article.
It's a great article. Yeah.
I get it.
We've talked about the inbox thing before, right? Yeah. We've talked about the inbox thing. You know my whole inbox philosophy.
Well, I know how you assign those emails to come back to you when you're going to schedule time to do it, address it, or make the call on it.
All part of
like that.
Email master plan.
Yes.
I also just kind of stopped answering emails.
Oh, there you go.
I answer my emails once a week, basically once a week. I scan it a couple times a day, and I answer immediate things or I answer leads.
Yeah.
But most of my emails that aren't like emergency or a lead, I answer once a week. Yeah. And it's like one person cared. And I was like, I'll see you later. And nobody cares. And so the other thing too that I did was I told my clients that they could text me at my work number if it was an emergency. So if things are emergency, I do get them. But I was like, but I basically say now whenever I start with a new client, I say I will only check my email Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I only respond once a week. So if it's important, you should call me or text me.
Okay.
Everyone's like, cool. I make them sign a little thing that says that's okay. And it's like, no one cares. No one cares. I was so worried about it.
So does your phone just ring off the hook?
No one ever calls or texts because nothing's that important. Email is easy. That's why it's easy to send the email.
Okay.
But most shit is not that important. So it's like if they have to pick up the phone, they're like, meh. And they just don't. Or they're like, whatever. Or they send an email and they're like, get back to me when you get back to me. Right?
Well, yeah.
It's just.
Okay.
It blew my mind. It blew my mind.
We're not as important as we thought we were, Dan.
I don't think anybody's important. No.
I guess not. All right. So our next article covers 5 more things, and this one is 5 productivity hacks.
1 minute to go, so do it fast.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, to work faster. First one we already talked about. Forget to do. Scheduling is in. So we're going to schedule our things that we're going to do into a calendar at a specific time on a specific day, and do it when we say we're going to do it, right? As opposed to making to-do list.
Sure.
Automate your organizational operations. We've done a handful of calls on this. You're like my superhero, my guru, right? Yeah. They mentioned some interesting things about monitoring your time, right? Rescue time, every hour, toggle. Those are some popular ones. Let's see.
What's Ever Hour? I've never seen Ever Hour.
I don't know. Ever Hour. I think it's one of those things where it enables you to track what you're doing with your time, which I have to admit I'm really bad at that. I need to get better than that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that stuff as long as it's free and I like paying for it. How much does this cost? $4 a month.
That's not bad.
$4 a month is not bad.
Does it do? I wonder if it does the cool things, like if it monitors what website you're on and then lets you monitor how much time you spent doing.
Yeah, it looks like that's what.
Okay, cool. All right. Number 3, simplify things. So this is different than automating. this is about, making the process easier. So it's about tasks. It's about simplifying tasks, which is always something that we should.
2 steps, something you've done in 3 steps, something like that.
Exactly. So, as we're looking to be more productive, we should be looking at simplifying the things that we're already doing and not make it more complicated. All right, 2 more. Delegate tasks. So this doesn't apply to me usually. Well, I don't know. It could, but I know
you should be delegating more of your tasks. We can both agree that your big problem is you're a control freak and you never delegate.
I don't have anybody to delegate to. That's my issue.
If you wanted to find someone to delegate, do it. If I could do it, you could do it. I don't do it.
That's true. I need like fancy hands or something like that. You still using those guys?
Oh, yesterday I probably sent them like 10 things.
Good for you.
Really cool. So, for example, I'm doing research on the real estate investor space because that's where my clients are coming from, and I'm trying to form partnerships with those people. So I sent like 3 tasks, and I was like, send one person. I made a Google Doc, like Drive spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Shared it with everyone, and I was like, okay, you go find the top 10 real estate investor blogs by shares. You go find the top 10 Twitter accounts. You go find the top 10 podcasts. So they populate it. And then another round where I was like, okay, find me the personal emails of everyone that controls these things and their Twitter accounts or whatever, and pop that all spreadsheet. Then I had someone go through and I said, like, here's a templated email. Send this email to everybody. And so I did that all yesterday, and I already have 3 potential partnerships with one of the biggest real estate investor podcasts, one of the biggest investor coaches, and another one of the biggest investor coaches. And I didn't do any of it except write the core email and tell them what's super helpful. I love stuff.
Wow. See? You. You're amazing. You're my hero, Dan. Way to go. And
the last one on here is what I did with email, which is just don't try. Spend less.
There you go.
The main way to make it easy, if you don't give a shit, everything's super easy to do.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so it's spend less effort. So this is about working smarter, not harder.
Just working not at all.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so we're all given. My husband says this to me all the time. We've all got the same 24 hours in the day. Which I don't find necessarily helpful at all, especially when I'm looking back in my rearview mirror at the day. It's like, oh, thanks.
Well, and I think most of it's about knowing yourself. Like, I'm not productive all day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there are times where I really turn it on and like do awesome. Yeah. A lot of times, like, just freaking wasted. And like, you can work on managing that or working around it or bringing in people to help you or whatever. But it's you got to be aware of like why. I think people think they're busy all day when in reality most days are wasted, and it's like you've got a couple periods where you're like on fire.
Yeah. I am like, if I have a task to do, like a time bound task, I can go to a Starbucks, sit down, be like a caffeine fueled fiend and just sit. There's all the noise going on around me. There's all this stuff going on. I am the most productive sitting in a coffee shop, cranking out my monthly reports or doing, you know what I mean? Like,
well, you have a discrete task too. I mean, that's huge. Yeah. It's just like, we both know Matthew Kimberly. I thought one of the best things he ever said, right? He always says, the problem is not that you don't know what to do. It's that you don't know what to do next. And I every time I'm having trouble focusing or whatever, it's because I don't know what the immediate actual thing I'm supposed to do is. So we got to go. We're over, and I have to run. I have to call. I have a call. Good. But if you've been watching this, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And as always, you can catch the entire episode this week if you go on YouTube and you just type in SEO and IPA. You'll find all our past episodes along with show notes, etc.
Links to the articles.
Yeah, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Enemies List, and now at AdWords Nerds. Patty is at SEO Patty, right?
Yep.
And That's it. That's really it. I can't think of anything else to say to you people. So as always, please optimize responsibly.
Optimize responsibly.
All right. Patty, we will see you next week.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
Yes.